If getting rich was really about working hard, why are construction workers not millionaires? If it was about being smart, why are so many college graduates broke? Why do people with 2 jobs and no free time still struggle to pay rent, while someone who understands compound interest builds wealth in silence? What if everything you've been taught about money, school, work, saving, retirement wasn't just outdated, but strategically designed to keep you busy, obedient, and broke? Before we dive into the numbers, this is financially well. Most people will never get rich because they spend their entire lives reacting to paychecks that vanish before the month ends, reacting to debt, to bills, to emergencies, to rising costs and shrinking time. Their money comes in and flows straight out. They don't control it. They manage chaos, and they call it survival. The world convinces them to spend first, borrow often, and think later. Even when they earn more, they don't escape. They just upgrade their liabilities. A bigger paycheck becomes a bigger trap, because no one ever taught them the difference between income and wealth. Income pays bills. Wealth builds freedom. And freedom doesn't come from working more, it comes from owning more. But the system doesn't want you to own. It wants you to owe. Debt makes you compliant. A mortgage, car loan, credit card. It keeps you too stressed to question, too tired to dream. The system isn't broken. It was built to make you a consumer, not a creator. You're raised to chase promotions, not passive income. You're rewarded for memorizing facts, not mastering assets. You're praised for loyalty, not ownership. Go to school, get a job, take a loan, buy things, stay busy, retire late. It's not a bug in the matrix, it is the matrix. And the only way out is to stop playing by the rules that keep you broke. Most people stay poor, not because they lack potential, but because they lack a new perspective. They think building wealth is about luck or inheritance or being born into it. But that's the lie. Wealth begins in the mind. It grows with intention, and it multiplies through ownership. Most people never build wealth because they don't believe it's for them. So they spend what they earn, live for the weekend, and hope something magical will change. But nothing changes until they change their mindset. Getting rich isn't about winning the lottery. It's about building a system that pays you, whether you work or not. And that begins with clarity. Clarity about where your money goes, about what you own, and what owns you. You don't need a financial advisor to tell you this. If you spend more than you earn and save nothing, you'll never be free. But if you reverse that, live on less, save more, invest consistently, you buy back. They know the price of every trend, but not the cost of their habits. They memorize motivational quotes, but ignore their credit card statement. They plan vacations better than they plan their lives. The wealthy don't just earn, they multiply. They buy assets, not toys. They use money to create more money. They understand leverage, timing, and patience. They don't try to look rich, they play the long game. And the long game always wins. Wealth is not about luck or timing, it's about consistency. It's boring, it's slow, but it's powerful. Small habits, repeated daily, become unstoppable forces over years. Investing a few $100s a month may not feel like much now, but over time it's the difference between freedom and frustration. That's what most people miss. The magic isn't in the amount, it's in the rhythm. But society doesn't reward slow success. It glorifies speed, drama, instant wins, get-rich-quick schemes, overnight millionaires. But true wealth doesn't scream, it grows quietly. And that's why most people overlook it. You're told to follow your passion, but never taught how to fund it. You're told to be grateful for your job, but not how to own equity. You're taught to save pennies, but not how inflation silently steals them. You're told to climb ladders, but never question who built the building. The economy doesn't want you financially free. your freedom is bad for business. Every platform wants your attention. Every store wants your urgency. Every ad tells you to spend what you haven't earned on things you don't need. And if you don't create a system to protect your wealth, you will be exploited by one that's already built to take it. So how do you break the cycle? Start by learning the language of wealth, assets, cash flow, equity, leverage. Set clear financial goals and automate your habits. Make saving non-negotiable. Learn how to invest in what you understand. Track your progress like your life depends on it, because it does. Most people fail financially because success is optional, but consumption is constant. You won't stumble into wealth. You must design it, and you must protect it, because the minute you take your foot off the gas, the world will happily steer you back into debt, distraction, and dependence. Wealth doesn't demand genius, it demands discipline, delayed gratification, smart risk, ownership, and most importantly, it demands that you stop copying the habits of people who are stuck. The harsh truth: if you live like everyone else now, you'll struggle like everyone else later. But if you dare to live differently now, strategically, intentionally, you'll enjoy what most people only dream about. Because every dollar you don't waste, every habit you build, every investment you make, it all compounds into freedom. Not the fake kind built on credit and appearances, but real freedom, the kind where your money works while you sleep, and your life is built around purpose. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for a better economy. Don't wait for motivation. Most people wait forever. They wait for signs, for luck, for some perfect moment that never comes. But wealth doesn't wait. Start with what you have, right now. Build your system. Stack your wins. Protect your peace. Focus on time, not toys. Delay pleasure so you can own your life. Because true wealth is measured not by what you flaunt, but by how much freedom you own and how little you depend on anyone else to sustain it. Subscribe to Financially Well for more no-hype, honest strategies to build real wealth and finally break free from the cycle most people never escape.